Good morning, frosty morning here in Bonnie, Scotland. So, this morning we have a Vauxhall Insignia. So, a bit of background to this car. SRI model. So it's a 2011 and it's the 1.8. So there's a story to this car. And my question is, would you buy a car with 31 fault codes? Well, we just have, oh dear. So the person was advertising on Gumtree, so I went along and seen it. So it was a crank, no start. So when I went to the car, obviously I pulled the codes, but so it was 31 codes, but I'll put them in the edit. So there we go. So body control, battery voltage low, body control, battery capacity performance, body control, 5-volt ref, body control, light control switch, quantity theft deterrent sensor, hood ajar, what's going to be here, driver window motor, what for body control, left rear window motor, left rear window motor, right rear, brake pedal position, control motor module, high voltage, power circuit, lost com with engine control module, lost com with the HVAC, body control unit EEPROM incorrect programming, EEPROM again, brake control module, that's all to do with the sensors. So we're not really interested in that at the moment. Here we go. Engine coolant thermostat heater control circuit. I don't think that will cause it to start. This one, exhaust camshaft position sensor circuit. That's the one we're going after, I feel. That's a biggie. And then inflatable instrument cluster, electronic control unit. I'm getting fed up going through them now. So you can see there's loads. That is finished. Good. So I think most of these codes will be caused by low battery voltage, because when I went to this car the battery was dead. But the one I was really interested was this camshaft code. So when I connected my scan tool, I wasn't getting actually any RPM, but I think that's related to the camshaft code. So I could hear it cranking over, and it was cranking over funny. So what I'd done at the time, I went and done a compression test. I'll just give you the results. So doing the compression test, number 1 was good, about 10 bar. Number 2 had nothing. Number 3 was good, and number 4 had nothing. So I never had any other tools at the time. I just left it at that. But what I did notice was a bad oil leak, and the oil leak was coming from just underneath there. So as I say, there was no any RPM reading or nothing like that. So I'm going to make a prediction here what's wrong with this car. I think what's happened here, I think this is the exhaust camshaft VVT, and I think that's leaking oil, because you can actually see here on the belt there's oil residue on the belt. So I think that slipped and maybe clogged a couple of valves with it, say on 2 and 4. Or my other theory is it's leaking so much oil pressure on it that the camshafts are hydraulic on these engines. I believe this is a 1.8, I think it's the XER engine they call it. Maybe not got enough pressure to open the valves. Now if that's the case, I'm onto a winner there, because it's just lack of oil pressure within that rail, but I would kind of suspect that it's hit the valves. So I think first of all what we're going to do a leak down test, and the leak down test will confirm if the valves are indeed open or closed. So I'll get back to you, but I think that's for the moment. We'll go into the garage and we'll get this one sorted out. So we're hoping for a quick fix here. That would be lovely. That's us back again. Now I don't think there's much point going any further with this diagnosis. We just pushed it into the garage, and with the handbrake being electronic or electric, we didn't want to put it on, so we just left it in gear just to hold it on a hill. Well, my, look at that. The thing's just fell off from the exhaust camshaft. So you see how that goes together. I think it's held in with that torch thing there. So and then in at the back there. I'll get back to you once I figure this one out. So as you can see here, the pulley just fell off and the bolt is actually sheared. It goes into the exhaust. Well, I'm saying it's the exhaust camshaft. There we go. Sheared, so that's where it goes in there. It's hard to see, but the bolt must be sheared. Within that, as I say, the whole thing just fell off. So what we're hoping at this stage is, we're hoping it's not hit any of the valves. That would be lovely. If it was just a matter of taking the camshaft out and get that the sheared off bit removed, that'd be nice. Or even if we could get that done in situ on the car, that'd be even better. But as soon as we figure this out, we'll get back to it. But I think we'll maybe try a leak down test anyway. We'll jack up the car, go a wee bit canny as we turn the crankshaft, and as I say, we'll do a leak down test and we'll get back to you. So there you go, we took it off and we got it on the bench. So this comes out with a let me see, what's that? A T55 Torx. Let's see here, sorry. T55 Torx. So we removed that. You can see that's sealed there with a green ring. And what it did, we popped that out of there, and that's a T55 as well. So you can see that sheared off. So we need to go to Vauxhall and get another one of these. We're going to see a friend to see if we can extract that out of there, the remainder of this. So probably can drill it and use maybe an easy out or something like that to take it out. So let's keep our fingers crossed. We haven't hit any valves, but I would suspect we have. Anyway, I'll get back to you. Right, so as you can see that we took the exhaust camshaft off and we've left the intake camshaft on. So what we've done a cylinder leak down test in each of them, and I'll get the gauge for you here. 2 seconds. But we can maybe just demonstrate this. So you can see the reading there. When you run compressed air into it between 45 and 150 psi, and then see how it's at the set bit. But when you attach the air hose, when you attach it into that hose connector there, you're looking for the leakage to be less than 40%. You're looking for it to be about 20%, so it doesn't move. So we've had a lucky day today. So when we done each of the cylinders, they were all 1, 2 and 4 were good, but 3 had a bit of leakage. So what my friend done, this is amazing. So he went and put his bar on this one here, and it was sticky compared to, we could move the rest, the hydraulic tappets, but this one's sticky. So he moved it up and down, just kept working away at it. We let it freed off. Then we done a leak down test on number 3, and voila, it came back to life. So they are all good. So fingers crossed. What we're going to do is put a new timing belt on it. With we'll get the timing belt kit with new tensioners, and we're just really going to assemble it back. So the Achilles heel of this thing has been, well, there's the camshaft line there, has been it's a 3 pound bolt from, well, there's it's an intake one there. Let's see it. So we just need this bolt for, that's the intake one. So we just need that bolt there from Vauxhall, and we'll put it in there. So this could be a £3.59 fix. So fingers crossed. But we're going to take it down to a friend's engineering shop because we have to extract. It's hard to see. The bolt is stuck in there, so that has to get extracted. And we'll put it back together. But I'm pretty confident we can call this a winner because we've not hit any valves at all as far as I can see, and we've got good leak down tests on the 4 cylinders, so pretty amazing. The other thing, in order to turn these camshafts, you have to turn them. Well, is that a 22mm? No, it's bigger than a 22mm socket there. But I'll get back to you as soon as we've done the job. But when I spoke to the Vauxhall garage, he said they hadn't had a lot of reports of that bolt breaking, but who knows? Anyway, a good morning, which is unusual for us, I would say. Cheers. So there's the part number 12992403, and it's a camshaft sprocket bolts. So they're there. I decided to just to get 2 of them. It's a T55 Torx head. So when I was at my local Vauxhall dealer, well, it was actually the one in Stirling, I got to speak to one of the techs and asked him if he'd ever came across that on an Astra, the bolt shearing, and he said he'd worked here for 9 years. Insignia, or did I say Astra? Insignia was the car he really broke his teeth on when he went into the dealership, and he has never seen this in his life. I asked about the engine. He says they're quite good. They do have their issues, he never went into it, but certainly the shearing off this bolt, never. So I need to find out what the torque settings for this is. We'll put it back together, and fingers crossed.